So last night I had the absolute pleasure of seeing the highest mileage Tesla Model 3 in the UK up at the Celtic Manor near Cardiff. The guys at RSEV are doing their Four Corners of the UK challenge with this car that they've had for a few months now. And in case people don't know, this Tesla Model 3 is supposedly the highest mileage Model 3 in the UK, and the mileage is over 230,000 miles now. It was great to meet the guys up there last night. I'm talking over this video now because the audio and the videos aren't great, so I just thought I'd talk over it instead. But here we're just talking about charging and the route and how they've done it, and the guys were saying how they were doing it in 2-hour kind of blocks, so they would swap every 2 hours. They do 2 hours of driving, stop and charge for 20 minutes, go to the toilet, have some food, and then swap round, and then the next person would do 2 hours. But this is their kind of final stretch of the trip. They're doing this to raise money for various charities and also showcasing, you know, the car and you know, the mileage that it has and the capabilities that it still has. And there's literally nothing wrong with the car at all. We were chatting for a while about what's been done to it, and it really is very, very minimal. The guys were saying how obviously it's had new tires and things like that, but kind of very minimal changes to it. They also mentioned, if you've seen their videos, they did a video about how they swapped out the suspension to the Model 3 Highland suspension, and from what I gathered, that's made a huge difference. It rides a lot smoother and it's a lot better than the previous suspension. But other than that, there have been no other major maintenance parts to it that have needed to be done. This is just Richard here showing us photos from when they were up in Scotland. Obviously there was loads and loads of snow on the roads that they were on, and he was saying it was quite interesting to see how the car was dealing with things like charging and preconditioning for charging, sorry. So he was saying how it was, you know, preconditioning for charging up to an hour before they were even getting to the charger to combat those kind of really low temperatures. I think he said it was -4 or 5 at one point or something like that. So it's interesting to hear about how the car was dealing with that and dealing with that those kind of harsh weather conditions. But yeah, super interesting to chat to the guys and hear about their trip and to see this car in the flesh and the amount of mileage that it does have on it. It's pretty incredible. Here we're just talking about the battery health percentage and what it's currently on, and I think from memory he said it was around 89% battery health. So it'd be interesting to see when they get back and they redo the test what it's going to be sitting at, and if this trip of around 2,000 miles, maybe more than that actually by the time they're finished, how that's going to affect the battery health percentage in any way. So that's going to be super interesting. But here we're just talking about the various apps that you can use to check the battery health percentage and see what kind of percentage your Tesla is at, and the various apps that you can use for that. I had a walk around the car and there was nothing major that I noticed that was wrong with it at all. Even after 235,000 miles, there is just nothing wrong with the car. Obviously it was the taxi driver that owned it before, and with taxi drivers, they tend to keep their cars in immaculate condition. So I imagine that this car was very much looked after really well, but it was just great to see it in the flesh. Here's Richard showing me inside the car and saying how that, you know, the seat is not very worn at all. There's no cracking in the seat whatsoever. It's in really good condition. The only kind of annoying major problem, as you can see here, is the wrinkling on the steering wheel, and there's a bit of bubbling as well. But over here you can see on the trip, the Four Corners, they've done nearly 2,000 miles and the odometer is on 237,000 miles total, which is just absolutely crazy. You can see as well that there's been minimal work done to this car. They've replaced the dash piece and the door pieces, so it's got the Alcantara pieces, but other than that, there's nothing major changed to this car at all. But yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video to say about last night and about meeting the guys. But honestly, it was great to meet them, great experience, and great to chat to them about the trip. Yeah, so this is just a very quick video just explaining everything about the car. But if you've enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, and I will see you in the next one.